Well, hello there, podcast family. This is Lee, your cruise director, back with another episode of Tea with Lee, my open format discussion podcast featuring me, of course, and my carnival family. Of course, all views and opinions expressed in this podcast are mine alone and do not necessarily reflect those of my employer. I have to make that very clear. I hope you're sitting comfortably. I'm back with another unedited, unfiltered chat today, and it's a special one. I did a live video earlier today, and I tried to introduce you to a lovely lady in my life. For anybody that's cruised with me, you've heard me joke and lament about wanting a girlfriend and how difficult it is to introduce people and start, should I say, a relationship and stuff like that with working at sea, and I managed to do it. We've been together for almost a year, so I figure it's time to sort of come clean with you all and introduce her to the world. So this is a very personal episode of Tea with Lee. For those of you that only want to hear about cruise chat, maybe this isn't the one for you. Maybe it is, because we met on a cruise ship. Let's see how it goes and where this wonderful chat takes us with this episode of Tea with Lee.
It's time for tea. It's time for tea with Lee. It's time for tea. Time for tea with Lee.
Okay, so as mentioned, I'm going to be calling my lovely lady, and here she is.
Hello.
Hello, little one. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I was just explaining to my wonderful podcast listeners that it took me a long time to manage to get a girlfriend, and we've almost been a thing for like a whole year.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks, I think.
Yeah, so it was time to come clean and reveal you to the world. You passed the probation test.
I exist. I'm real.
You exist. So I tried to get you involved in a live video a little earlier today, and the internet gods were not looking on us favorably. So I thought, what better way to introduce you than on the podcast? Because only the true people that really care listen to the podcast. I know that. You know that.
I feel privileged. Thank you.
So this is like the inner circle that are listening to this one.
I made it.
Right? So I figure a great way to introduce you and us and this whole thing is to go back in time to when we met.
Okay, that sounds fun. Let's do that.
So we met on the Carnival Splendor. And you were working as a waitress. No, you weren't. You were in the playlist cast.
Yeah, I was, and I had heard of you before I met you because you're everywhere. Very active on the social medias, and a couple of my castmates had worked with you before, Sophie and Mark, who was also in the playlist cast. And all I knew about you before I met you was that you talk too much and that you have very white teeth, and those were my first thoughts about you.
You know, that hasn't always been true. No.
You have always talked too much.
I've always talked too much, but the teeth are fairly new.
But no, I got to know you, and I was charmed. Not that I told you when we were speaking at first. I played quite hard to get, but I wasn't ready for a boyfriend. You met me at the wrong time. I wasn't ready. I needed convincing.
Hard to get. You were bloody impossible. That's what that was. That was bloody impossible. And not only that, like, I had competition with a nameless crew member.
I wasn't even going to bring that up.
Who you referred to as so beautiful it hurts.
Yeah, but I wasn't really interested. He was beautiful, but he didn't have any game.
Well, you don't have to when you're beautiful, you see. I wouldn't know that. I have to try so hard.
It clearly doesn't work. I'm with you, not him.
True. But yeah. And then we were working together on the ship, and I was trying my best to woo you with an occasional coffee or a muffin or a donut. And
Oh, my favourite moment was I didn't realise really that you had a crush on me yet, and you brought a coffee for me to the very first lip sync battle rehearsal that our cast had, and got absolutely ribbed by my cast because I was the only person that you brought a coffee for.
yeah, they knew why I was buying you coffee.
Yeah, I had no clue.
They all got it, and yeah, they ribbed me, so then I bought the whole cast coffees.
Yes, I remember that.
No, I didn't actually. I think the next time I bought all of the girls' coffees, and then the boys were like, "What's going on? Why is it just girls' coffees? I only have 2 pairs of hands, boys." So then boys got coffee the next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
Dug
that.
yourself into a hole.
Yeah, and then we got chatting, and we went and we sat out on the front of the ship and looked at the stars and the waves crashing and stuff, and it was awfully romantic.
Yeah, it was. Shared life stories.
Yeah, I think it was really nice. And then we slowly got closer and closer, and we took the cruise. We took the Splendor over to Singapore, and I was like, "Hey, on the break during dry dock, we should go on like a little holiday. We could go somewhere really cool. We could go to the Maldives together."
You terrified me. I wasn't ready for that. We haven't even called each other boyfriend and girlfriend yet.
I know, and you were like, "No, I still want to see them. I've never been." You're never going to live that down.
I wasn't ready. It was scary.
So then we went on a group holiday, which was incredible.
Yeah, it was.
We had a really cool time. We did Elephant Hills in Thailand, and you helped plan my entire Japanese solo adventure.
Yeah, well, I think you decided to go because you couldn't go on holiday specifically with me, so you decided to go somewhere I'd been.
Yeah.
Just to feel a little bit closer to me.
Yeah, it was rubbish. It wasn't the Maldives.
Japan's amazing. What are you talking about?
I'm kidding. I had the best time in Japan. And then we met up. We did Thailand, and we did Elephant Hills, and we went jet skiing. That was really cool.
Mm-hmm. And you asked me to be your girlfriend in a beautiful hotel room. And I think the room steward got a little bit confused because they iced the cake that said Happy Honeymoon.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I tried to plan it with the hotel that I could ask you out properly, and they got the message wrong. I think it was lost in translation. But I mean, it's laughable. It's a story to tell, isn't it? And then after that, we went back to work, and then my contract finished, and I had to leave you.
Which was awful. I hated it.
Yeah.
It was the worst. Yeah. It was premature as well. We were meant to have at least another month together, and then just the way things go with our industry, you had to leave early, and yeah, it sucked for a little bit, didn't it?
I mean, it was a difficult decision to choose to go to be on TV.
I was so annoyed that it was like a legitimately good reason for you to leave me early.
Yeah. But I mean, that's going to be part and parcel of like our future. There's plenty of people that do it. There's plenty of like crew members that work on board that are married with kids and stuff like that, and they make it work. So I'm super confident, and I know you probably worry, but you know, it is what it is.
It's going to be okay, and as things stand, we might have to be apart for a little while, and as the cruise line just starts back up, phases in, but we never know what's going to happen in the future, and hopefully we'll be reunited on the ship so that we can work together again, but we're just going to take it as it comes.
Absolutely. So that was kind of, that's us meeting, but let's introduce you properly, like who you are and what you do and all that good stuff. So you're English.
I am. I'm English, half French. My mum's French. So I'm bilingual, which is fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I took Lee to meet my mum in France, and he insisted on speaking absolutely awful French to me just to wind me up every second of the day. But at least he tried. I appreciated the effort.
Yeah, I don't really speak French at all. In fact, at school, I told you, my French teacher put me in the top class for French based on my social circle. But at Parents' Day, my mum said, like, the teacher, she's called Mrs. Mason as well, no relation, but Mrs. Mason was raving about the school musical and how good I was in that, and the fact that I was head boy and what an achievement that was. And she was talking about how, nice of a person I am. And after that 15-minute chat of a 20-minute slot, my mum was like, well, what about his French? And she was like, oh, awful. Terrible. But he's in the top class because this is where he belongs. His people are here.
I think you'd have tried a little bit harder if you knew that you were going to end up with a French girl.
Yeah, or not. I mean, some people
All right, then.
have got like a brain, a mind for languages, and it's just easy. And I struggle with English, so it took me a long time. I was bad at English.
It's because those big teeth get in the way.
No, I legitimately, I was bad at English, like English, school English.
Oh.
And I think if you haven't finessed your own language, it must be really difficult to even start on a second one. I don't know. But I survive, and, I've got a little bit of French under my belt now.
You do. You learned a little bit. What's your pet name for me in French? Go on.
Tête le pois. Petit tête le pois.
It means little pea head, everyone.
Yeah, it's flattering. So you're a little bit English, a little bit French. We went out to see your mum in France. That was really cool. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. I have two mums. I have my mum and her wife, and they loved you, which was lucky because my mum makes it really obvious when she doesn't like somebody. So
I survived.
I'm very pleased that you passed the test. Yeah, you did.
I survived. In fact, I think they trust me more than they trusted you, because they said that now I'm around, you're allowed the key for the house.
I have this theory that my mum doesn't actually like me very much, just based off things like that.
No, it's character building. I think she does it out of love. Yeah,
totally.
So your mums are in France, and then right now you're in England with your dad, right?
I am. I've been, obviously we've all been locked down-ish since March. So I've been grounded in my tiny little hometown called Colne in Lancashire, north of England. And just me and my dad in my childhood home. And I love my dad. I really get along with him. He's a musician and a teacher. So, yeah, it's been really lovely. I've been really lucky. Like, it could have been so much worse.
Yeah, really could. And then that's it. So in lockdown, because you've been dancing and performing and singing for your career and modelling as well, a little bit of everything. But during lockdown, you've kind of taken a new direction, right?
Yeah, totally. Complete change in direction.
I just have to say, I said new direction because I realized I was speaking fast, and new direction sounds rude, and that's not what I was talking about.
Hey, your listeners don't need to hear about that.
No. So what are you doing? What are you doing in your new direction?
I am a yoga teacher right now. So I've always loved yoga. I have been practicing yoga for quite a number of years now. Initially to calm myself down in a bit of a crazy industry, and then just fell in love with it. So figured now was a good time to do my yoga teacher training, which I did online with a wonderful company, and have been teaching yoga ever since. So this has been the year of yoga. But I was always worried that if I essentially retrained for a second career, that I wouldn't want to go back to dancing. But I think I still really miss my job as a dancer and would go back at the first opportunity, but loving right now teaching yoga because I can't do anything else.
Well, I mean, that's very true, and brings this next section in perfectly. Hi there, podcast. Normally, this sponsorship spot is held by me, telling you all about my t-shirts. But at this point in time, you know all about my t-shirts. So I'm delighted to tell you that the sponsor of today's show is ggyoga.com. Yes, ggyoga.com is a great place for free online classes to learn a little bit more. There's a very interesting blog on there. GG Yoga is also on Facebook and Instagram. That's GEGE yoga.com. Hey, little one, back with you.
Hello.
So,
thank you for my advert.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for being the unofficial sponsor of this episode. You can pay me in love, affection, and kindness.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, never anything else.
I'll send you an invoice.
Yes, of course.
So I want to talk to you a little bit about your future aspirations and everything, because just before the world stopped, you had received your next ship assignment, which unfortunately, due to everything that's going on, they were all dissolved because it's hard to plan a future when you don't know what that looks like. But where were you going to go? What were you going to do?
So I was due to go on as a visitor, which for me was a huge achievement, because for a start, I never even thought I'd get a job with Carnival. That in itself is still a little bit surreal to me. And then to work up to a visitor class ship, which is, for me, was the next step. It was a bigger cast. I'd always wanted to try more Cabano, just because I'd heard that it was a very challenging show to learn and to do. So I thought, new challenge, how exciting. And then it didn't happen. But I'm still very flattered that I was thought of to be put in that cast, and I have all of the hope in the world that it is something that will come back to me in the future. I'm feeling positive. But yeah, that's what I was meant to do.
Oh, I mean, I think I can see it coming back around, but like you said, it's the future's a little unknown, which is exciting and terrifying.
Yeah, it's exciting, and I'm very much a believer in it all happens for a reason, and so whatever ship I do or don't get put on next, that's the way that it was meant to be, and I just have to accept it that way. So there's no point regretting what has happened. There's no point feeling resentful, because we're all in the same position.
You were going to say boat, weren't you?
Yes, I was, and I decided not to go with that.
Yeah, it's a difficult phrase to use at the moment, especially for people that work in a nautical industry. Sorry, excuse me. I just had a little cough off microphone. But yeah, okay, little one. Well, I think we've achieved our goals with this episode of introducing you and kind of letting people know that you exist and how we met and all that good stuff.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me on.
Thank you for being on. I will happily welcome you back onto the podcast. In fact, if anybody's got any questions for Geraldine, or any sort of comments, questions, shout outs at all, you can leave us a voice message on anchor.fm /Tea with Lee, and there's a little button there that you can press to leave a voice message for a future episode. So if you've got any questions or, shout outs, leave us a message, and if there's questions for Geraldine, I'll get her back on another podcast and we can do this again.
Sounds great. I'm excited.
Okay, little one.
All right. Bye.
Well, that's it for another episode of Tea with Lee. Like I said, a personal one for me. I hope you enjoyed having a little look, deeper look, should I say, into my life. Of course, I tell you all about my nana and my mum, who are both doing very well. Perhaps I can get them on an episode of Tea with Lee in the future. Who knows? But for now, from me, Lee, your cruise director, don't forget to stay up late, have fun, make memories, wash your hands and all that good stuff. Be nice to people, and I will see you soon.
It's time for tea. It's time for tea with Lee. It's time for tea. Time for tea with Lee.